Let's take a look at the chart action for Ethereum. Okay, so here's some of the things that I think Ethereum could potentially do. Right now, the main thing that I'm watching is this resistance line right here. We have resistance, resistance. I'm watching this trend line. I think if we break this trend line going to the upside, then that's going to be the first signal that we're getting bullish again. The other thing that I'm watching is we have high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low potentially. And if we could break this top right here and set that low, then we'll be getting higher lows and potentially higher highs. We need to break this spot right here. Well, like I was saying, the first spot is the trend line, then this top over here, and then this top right here. The trend line is sitting around 3,200 approximately, and then this top right here is sitting around 3,272, and then this red line is sitting around 3,081. The red line is the main thing that I want to break. That will give me confirmation, and then I think if we break the red line and break out of this zone in general, because we have this top right here, I was kind of looking at it like a zone. If we could break out of this zone right here, the next little zone that I'll be looking at is this one up here. And the top is this red line sitting around 4,123. The other thing that you could potentially argue is that we're looking at an inverted head and shoulder. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. It kind of looks like a shoulder, a head, and then a shoulder. An inverted head and shoulder, which is a reversal pattern. You could target the top to the bottom from a head and shoulders or an inverted head and shoulders to the neckline, and then you could drag this to the breakout. If we break out maybe something like this, or maybe a little bit over, a little bit more, it kind of lines up with this red line right here. Let's see what the target is on the actual target. 4,097. The red line is 4,123 in this general area right here. The other thing I'm kind of looking at though is if we zoom out and we look at this 180 moving average we have right here, this could potentially give us some problems. We might have to test it a few times before we break out of this as well. This is sitting around 3,640 approximately. We're on the daily time frame. This is probably the main time frame that I've been watching on all the coins, I think, because I really want to see us break this bigger downtrend or this pretty much resistance area on the daily time frame, and then we could get more bullish. What I want to see us do, break above this, close on the daily above this trend line up here, and then see the next candle push us to the upside. So that would be the bullish scenario. Let's go ahead and take a look at the bearish scenario. Let's say we get rejected on this line right here. We come up to it and get rejected on it and start pushing to the downside. There's actually a few things that I was kind of watching. We had an uptrend right here. We broke that going to the downside. So I think what I'm doing now is readjusting it, something like this, with this support right here and this support. So I think this line would be the first line that we'd have to break going to the downside. But after that, then I'd be looking at the bottoms. We have this bottom right here sitting at around 2,673. And then we also have the bottom of these bodies on the daily time frame at 2,400 approximately. And then we have a wick down all the way down to 2,164. We have this previous bottom that I've been watching for kind of a long time, ever since we've been trending down pretty much. I've been watching this level down here at around 1780. So for me, let's say we get rejected right here and start breaking this trend line going to the downside. I'll be looking at these levels a lot more closely, and these are where I'll have limit orders set. If we break this trend line going to the upside, I'm going to get a little more confident on breaking these tops and then potentially this red line and start heading to this target up here around 4,123. It really just depends if we could break out or if we get rejected and start heading to the downside right here. Let me know what you guys think is going to happen in the comments. If you're new to trading, check out these videos right here. One of them is about buying and selling, and then the other one is a tutorial about moving averages. If you liked the video, hit that thumbs up, and I could see you in the next one.